Good morning. Starting the day off with a 1,000-foot climb. It's not too extreme though, at least not yet. It's just a upwardly sloped trail through the woods so far. Got about 14 miles to Highway 4 today, and then I hope to get a ride into Rangeley. And since it's 14 and not 10, it'll probably be closer to the end of the day. Hopefully before it gets dark, but I think my best bet will be to call a hostel, and that will include my getting into town and getting back to trail logistics will be built into the cost of that. And as much as I hate not sleeping in the woods, I think that is probably logistically simpler rather than trying to get shuttles lined up for just a grocery run. And it being right at the end of the day, I got to figure out where to stay because the next shelter is another 1.8 past Highway 4. So that's the plan. So as soon as I get signal, I'm gonna give them a call and at least try to reserve a spot and see what the procedure is for getting a ride. I'm a little warm with this neck gaiter on. I may strip out of that for right now. Yeah, it was a little chilly and damp this morning. More damp than chilly, but the damp made it cold. Like my shoes, because they have the waterproof E-vent layer, they never quite dry out. Whenever I put them on in the morning, my toes just kind of get chilled and numb because my shoes are just perpetually damp now and they never fully dry out. Just from sloshing through the occasional mud or from sweating from the inside, I'm not sure, but you know, that's why I always prefer the unwaterproofed version. But that was all that was available with these. All right. Well, I've been trying to set up a hostel and a shuttle with a place in Rangeley tonight. And he says the shuttle pickup is at 3. It's like, well, that's 12.8 miles where I was at 9 a.m. So 12.8 miles in 6 hours, that's over 2 miles per hour with no brakes. So I told him I can't do 3, obviously. Especially since the terrain has been extremely unpredictable, but I couldn't even make it at 2 miles an hour. And he's like, so I said maybe 5. He's like, well, this is probably the easiest section in Maine. And he could pick me up at 5, but that would mean resupply stop would be on the way in, like no chance to settle before resupply or inventory my food or all that. And I wouldn't have a chance to do laundry, because laundry is also part of the town run if you make the 3 o'clock. was wondering if maybe a boat went by or something, but I guess it's just the breeze that's making those waves. Because I suddenly heard it when I like crested a little bend. And I knew the lake was there. It's just I didn't hear that sound until I was right on top of it, which is weird. It sounded like it just started all at once. It's probably just the angle I was relative to the water. All right, so I'm stopping in at the Sabbath Day Pond Shelter, aka lean-to. Guess they're lean-tos now in Maine. I said 200. Oh, there it is. I mean, that's exquisitely mint. Is it truly vintage, though? I mean, the fact that it's got leather, the leather is just too new. And clothes. Is there a person still here? I think there's a campsite coming up, but I would expect there to be a sign. There it is. There's a pond down there. And some canoes and oars. Stopped for lunch back there. People started showing up after I'd been there about 45 minutes. There's nobody I've ever seen before, so I think the people that started hiking this morning with must have all passed me when I was at that first shelter, and these are all just the people coming up from behind. That's the most likely scenario because I've been hiking all day and haven't seen a single person since about the first mile after this morning. And everybody was leaving the campsite around the same time. All the different campsites near me, scattered amongst those dry creek beds. So I've got a shuttle picking me up at 5. It's 2:30, or 2:45 at this point. I should get there just a few minutes before 5 unless this terrain is super fast. But at a normal pace, I'll get there, yeah, about 4:45. And then go into Rangeley. Who knows what after that. I feel like I'm overdue to see a moose and that this is like the perfect spot because the trees are kind of spaced out and I can see much further into the woods. Seems like there's a clearing off to my left, a little bit through there. Or a pond, or marsh, I don't know. Last little stream crossing before the road. Motorcycle.
It's the dawn.
Motorcycles. This is the hiker lodge. loft or hiker lounge at Camp 43.